You know when the PS5 and the new Xbox dropped?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Decompression Chamber Season 2.
I like that, exactly.
One of the meat and my steamer is broke. Fuck the oblique turn peak of the soul. Peace never know what's about to occur. My zen getting rolled at the turn of your words. One of the meat and my steamer is broke. Fuck the oblique turn peak of the soul. Peace never know what's about to occur. My zen getting rolled at the turn little words.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, so I'm in Lee Woods. I'm filming another video, and I got my mates behind the camera trying to distract me like fools. But I still appreciate their presence anyway. But yeah, so the reason why I'm filming this video here in the way that I am is it's because I'm going to step it up a notch. I'm going to do something that I'm actually proud of. And not that I wasn't proud of the stuff that I did in the decompression chambers that came before, but it's they were definitely emblematic of a lack of self-belief. They represented like the way that I limit myself. Oftentimes in life, because I lack self-belief, I'll be willing to not take the risk because I know I won't fail. Even when in reality everybody knows that every risk is worthwhile if you think what you're doing is right and what you're looking for is worthwhile, you know? It's a weird thing about life is sometimes you think you'll fail and that's okay. And sometimes even that failure itself is more progress than you would have made than by not doing anything. And you know, as much as I've enjoyed the last year at uni, as much as I'm happy with the stuff I've made, I'm conscious of the fact that I have a lot of potential and I could be doing a lot more. So hopefully in this series I can bring more to the table. This is only going to be the first clip of many of this relaunch, but what I'm hoping to do is set up in some nicer locations. It's not perfect today, but you know, I have made a couple of decisions here and there about how I wanted the shot to work out, and I don't know, maybe it's not exactly as comfortable as I thought perching against a tree log, but in any case, I'm happy to be here. I'm glad that I'm trying something again, and hopefully people, like, I'll be more proud of this. Like, I used to share the old videos just on my private Instagram, which I'm thinking of not having Instagram in general, but that's a whole different discussion. But yeah, so I would only post those on my private Instagram because realistically they weren't like an act of prowess in terms of filmmaking. They weren't even very well designed. It was just a platform for me to speak on. But I guess now that I have a bit more time, open air, freedom, got more technology. If I keep looking down at my phone, it's because I'm conscious about the fact that these recordings on my phone don't always work out the way you want them to. But yeah, I'm going to need to get myself some kind of recording equipment because I'm borrowing a friend's dongle just to be able to do this. In any case, this is going to be an exploration, not just about what I'm thinking or what I'm doing or what I've been doing, but also what I can do, what I will do, what I'm working on. Like right now, I'm looking forward to meeting a friend of mine on the weekend, hopefully. He's a colleague from uni and a good friend. And yeah, I'm also just looking forward to next week. I'm planning to work on a promo video for my dad's school. Hopefully me and this friend can discuss it and get a bit of interesting work. And hell, maybe we can even shop it around to other schools and see if they want to pay us for it, you know, not the trailer itself, to pay us to do a similar one, you know. That's what these opportunities are about. But hopefully I can listen to this back and be happy with how it's gone. Welcome to the start, and cut to a clip. See you later. Yeah, so this is going to be kind of weird because I bought a microphone for this camera, so I'm just kind of testing it out. But also I'm just going to discuss what's been going on. Pretty much I've just been enjoying my time in Bristol, seeing friends, spending time with family, and I've been buying loads of fucking shit for this camera. I bought like a cage that's currently in. It's got a top handle and a side handle, and you know, some spare batteries, all the kind of shit that you don't think about needing until you buy the camera, and then you realise you got so much shit to buy. And hopefully I'll put it to good effect. But mainly I'm doing this little video to check the microphone for when I do a video later this week. My dad's given me the opportunity to film like a promotional video for his school. He's a primary school head teacher, and it seems like there's a little niche for productions in terms of promoting schools, because my mum, she works at a school as well, and apparently there was a production company making a promo for her school as well there. So maybe this is something I can explore in the future, because
yeah, if I can make money doing that, that'd be so fun. But it's interesting, just like speaking to my dad about how he runs a school, like what his attitude is. They have an ethos, they have like ideas about how they want their kids to learn and stuff. And yeah, my job as a filmmaker is to try and make the school look appealing, warm, like a happy learning environment. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of a learning process, because I've never done this kind of video before. But truthfully, when I saw the digital video, the digital walkthrough that his colleague did, it was very bare bones, it was very basic. So I think with some nice cameras like the one I'm filming on now, hopefully some nice audio if this comes out alright, and maybe even just, you know, the use of a tripod so there's no camera shake, that helps in a lot of situations as well. So we're just going to have to see in the future how it turns out, but I'm excited. Like, creative stuff, thinking about how to put stuff on the screen, you know, how to make nice images, it's part of why I want to do this. So I'm going to embrace the challenge and try and look forward to it positively rather than just be anxious about it, because that's what I often do. But this is something that I'm genuinely excited for, and hopefully it turns out well. So whatever's next.
Alright, hopefully that registered. Anyway, so yeah, it's hard for me to tell how I'm going to edit this, because like all of these are going to be somewhat related but somewhat unrelated, you know. The topic I decided to talk about up here was forgiveness. I don't really know why, but well, actually I do know why, but I don't really know why I chose to talk about it here. But yeah, this mainly stems from me thinking about the relationships in my life, you know. I've got some part of my family that are like devoutly Christian, and like that's all big on the forgiveness stuff. And you know, just in terms of life, you experience a lot of conflict, and sometimes you can't move forward unless you forgive. Yeah, no, it's a strange thing, because I've often wrestled with the idea of what it means, like to what extent somebody can do wrong and then be forgiven. Like you know, genocide is pretty unequivocally decided that that's unforgivable, you know. Murdering people, yeah, that's wrong. And I think a lot of the stuff that is deemed unforgivable is because of how much harm it causes, you know. And I think there's a lot of factors that go into conflicts, you know. It's about the person who causes the harm, the person who is the victim of the harm, and sometimes that's shared out, you know. It's not always just as simple as one person points a finger and they're right and the other person is wrong. But more than anything, I think forgiveness is about intent moving forward, you know. To a certain extent, like people use the term "don't cry over spilt milk," and you know, that has sense in it, because what's done is done. You can't change the past, but I think you can still make the past relevant to the future. You know, you can still use the past to learn, and I think if you don't learn from the past, then that's what's unforgivable. I think learning is a bit of a broad term though. Like, sometimes learning something intellectually isn't the same as learning something in reality, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I thought I knew about something, and then I encountered it in real life, and that's not how it ended up being. Or my perceptions were wrong, my expectations. So, I guess to a certain extent, I ask myself, who am I to forgive? Because I'm someone who hurts as well. I'm someone who causes harm, just like anybody. It's incidental, it's part of life, but I guess the lessons that I learned from forgiveness is that intent to improve, that intent to look within and improve oneself. But it's way easier said than done. First of all, you need the awareness to understand like the consequences of your actions, you know, how you affect those around you, and how the responses from those around you affect what you do. And yeah, there's a lot to it. But I think the main thing is hoping to improve, because I talk about it a lot, but one of my favorite sitcoms is called The Good Place. It's about ethics and morality, and the question of what makes someone good. And I think one of the best messages from that show is the idea that it's not necessarily about like you as a snapshot. It's about you as a form of progression. It's like you are more than just what you are now. You're like a whole sequence of being, and if you don't divert that path into a positive direction, that's on you to a certain extent. It's not always on the people around you to point out when you're wrong, but normally they already are before you know they are. You know, normally you should be able to see the signs before the signs hit you in the face. But sometimes that's just how it is. And I think to a certain extent it's a reminder that we're all flawed beings. Nobody is a perfect image of humanity, and nobody will ever reach that picture of humanity. I think it's just the simple hope that you can make the lives better for those around you and for yourself as well. And maybe that just requires a bit more understanding from everybody. But yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about today. That's the thing, is that I think, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I have less to do, I have more time to consider what I should be doing better and what I'm not doing well enough, you know?
I mean, I just do shit all.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is oftentimes when I'm idle, I'm just like, oh, I could be doing so much more. So today, just obviously these guys aren't going to know, they're not privy to the fact that Harvey's taken me around the sites of Bath, nice cycle paths, nice tunnels and stuff, and seen the sights to see.
We've been living it up. Quite frankly, it's been a gorgeous day.
Yeah, you're not getting to see much of it, unfortunately.
No, but I mean, it's been a bit of a loop with just doing not a lot.
I feel that.
I don't even know how long I've been back from uni. Probably like 2-3 weeks.
Between that,
I've done not a lot.
Yeah.
So it feels really good to get out and bloody just
exactly, and
get out and experience the world. It's nice.
It's kind of weird as well, because for most of us at uni, when you go away, you leave end of June, you might not see each other till end of September, which is like, that's 5 months.
Yeah.
So to actually be able to link up and meet each other like 2-3 weeks into the holiday, it's definitely a privilege.
It's very nice. We're very lucky to live close enough for this. I mean, an hour and a half bike rides, still not too bad.
I was really gunning. Like, you can make the Bristol to Bath like a relaxed cycle, a quick cycle. You can do a bit of both, but I was very eager to see Harvey, so I was literally like just really racing over.
Oh, it was good. And then the cycle paths are just nice in general. They're just flat and easy to ride my bike.
Me and Harvey were just discussing earlier how, like, I would take a cycle path over pretty much any method of transport. Just on a bike, like, you got bushes on the side and trees and countryside.
It's nice and it's relaxing as well. It reminds me of just last summer where I would just take my bike out, just on a nice day, and just cycle for like an hour, 2 hours, and just get out.
Well,
it's so freeing.
Coincides with something I wanted to talk about as well, because
oh my God.
Something that like I ask people is like what they like about summer, like what their favourite parts are, and like for me, one of the best parts undoubtedly is, in my opinion, the outdoors is the best in the summer. It just is.
Whoa, yeah, obviously.
You got longer days,
Like,
it's sunnier, blue skies. Like, I say it like it's obvious, but some people just say like, oh, summer ain't even the best season, but it just is.
Yeah, when you've got the good summer though.
Yeah.
When you've got the good summer, the nice days, the not constant bashing it down with the rain and fire.
That's how we've been treated so far.
That ain't summer, but when you get the nice days, like even today, it
feels different when you're just out, like,
it does something to you.
Open blue skies, like, you know, obviously there's the vitamin D thing, but there's also just in general, like, you just feel like, oh man, I'm a human being touched by the light of the sun. Like,
it's a booster, bro. It's a booster.
It is good.
And it's just like, you just got to do it sometimes. There's been times where I realised I've been inside for a week.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, what am I doing with myself? This is a 20-minute ride from my house, and hardly would ever come here, but
yeah,
it's beautiful.
That's the thing, is like over the first year at uni as well, I felt like a lot of times where I was like stressed out or stuff, I'd just been like cooped up in my room all year.
Yeah.
Or all week or whatever, and then like I just go for a walk outside, just like walk up to like the hospital or like around that way, and it would just change everything. I just come back and I just feel more relaxed.
Amen.
But like, yeah, another one that I wanted to hit on was in the summer, you know, when it's a really warm day and you go for a swim, and then you're drying off in the sun.
Ooh,
where you just like, you're covered in like water droplets, and it's like, it's still sunny, and then you just like slowly
it's
dry.
evaporating off you, bro.
Oh, it's so good. It's like, I could list those about summer until I fucking died. Until I died.
I miss just being abroad, in honesty. Like, England's alright, but if you want to get a nice bit of sun,
you need to hit some other spots nearer
you
to the
need to go
Mediterranean.
somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm very lucky. Like every single summer, like we get to go to Spain to visit my family, but like the sun just does hit different there. It just does.
I can imagine. Like, for me, a lot of people like to go out and adventure when they're on holiday. I do like to do that some days, but then some of the best days are just relaxing next to the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Just lying there, taking in the sun. You got the drinks dispenser machines and the little pots of ice cream, and you're just ready. You're just led there ready.
Yeah, because you have like a lot of the minor stuff just taken care of, so you can just sit back and just enjoy the moment.
Exactly. You're just there doing nothing with no worries.
That's the thing as well.
It's letting go. It's letting go.
I think that's the thing that I find difficult sometimes. Is like I'll literally have travelled like all the way to Spain. I'll be like sunny day on the beach, and I'm just like, man, I'm so at peace. And then suddenly I'm just like anxious for no reason, and I'm just like, well, time to go for a swim. And don't go too deep into the ocean is all I'm saying.
Oh, man, don't go a whole boy out at sea. My God, this guy. Have you told that story?
I haven't even. No, I haven't even. You're welcome to roll into it.
It's your story. You made the effort.
It wasn't really much of a story. We just.
It's a story.
We went to visit. Well, we went to stay with a friend, like on a small holiday in Gosport, like a small seaside town in the south. And me and Harvey, we bought like some rubber dinghies. Cut to a clip. Imagine we cut to a clip because that's what's going to happen. But yeah, so you will have seen our rubber dinghies in action, and then a friend used mine and Harvey used his, and there was a buoy out to sea, and I was like, I think that's not that far. I can swim that. And halfway through, I realised like, wow, that's really fucking far. But the thing is, when you swim halfway to a place, it's like you might as well just follow through at that rate.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you're gonna have to do 3/4 more.
Yeah, it's true. Well, we did kind of go back in the boat together, the other friend and I.
True.
Shout out Ashana, I know you're watching this, so thanks for the help. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. For me, the sea is more of a worry because, like, even though sharks don't like patrol near our waters, I do feel like they would. I just do.
I mean, not only that, it's fucking just deep.
It is.
It's just deep, and if you get out and get exhausted and you're just stuck there, like,
you can get carried away by a current easily. Like, there's so many stories of people get washed out to sea.
And then there was just 2 random Donnies at this big ass yellow buoy out in the middle of the sea with a Bluetooth speaker.
Just on a paddleboard. They were chilling. And they had good music taste.
They had good music. They were chilling. They had a little chat.
Yeah, it was a nice little pleasant. I really like those things where you just like, for whatever reason, you bump into somebody you would never speak to ever again. You just have a nice little interaction, then you just.
Yeah, it's like we're out in the sea. What are the odds that we just bump into some people?
It's like an NPC in a game. You're just like, well, I'm probably never going to see you again. So thanks for that little interaction.
Literally, we're never going to see them again. Except one of them looked weirdly familiar, and I don't know why.
Some people just have those faces, though.
Yeah,
where, like,
I think so. I'm hoping it was that. Otherwise, that would be a bit embarrassing. Although equally, we didn't recognise each other.
In my opinion, going out to a buoy all the way in a dinghy is quite a sick voyage.
Oh mate, did that trip twice, and it was so worth it twice.
100%.
I was terrified both times. Don't get me wrong, but
I mean, I might even put in a little photo montage of the little trip that we did because it was actually really nice.
Let's do it, bro.
It was such a nice way to end like uni. I feel like that last week because we got to visit the beach for a while.
Yeah.
Relax in the sun. Eat fish and chips by the fucking beach.
Oh. Eat some munchy fish and chips.
They were some banging fish and chips.
They
like,
were.
There's not much that's impressive about Gosport, but that
Hate
fish
to
and
say
chip.
it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was nice enough to be able to go to the beach on a sunny like weekend situation.
Yeah.
But was middle of the week, but you know what I mean. But the fish and chips there were genuinely like astonishingly good.
It was beautiful.
I was blown away, and I just had chips.
Except I paid fucking 60p for mayonnaise.
Paying for sauce is a scam. Just go to a supermarket.
I think I'm gonna pay a bit more than 60p.
You could buy a bottle like that big for £1.20.
What am I gonna do? That just empty it onto my fish and chips?
No, I don't know. Depends. Sometimes it feels like when you ask for salt and vinegar, they legit dump half the bottle.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why, like, I like vinegar on chips, but I don't want my chips to just be soggy as fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's alright when you eat them straight away, but if you leave them...
Yeah, that's facts, that's facts.
So...
Like, slightly dried out, vinegary, like...
No, ain't it?
It just ain't it.
No.
But, I mean, I just think, as well, the summer is nice because we've literally just started it. We're literally, like, it was only a couple of weeks ago.
The weird thing is, my little brother's still in primary school.
Exactly.
And he's not even out yet.
Term hasn't even ended.
He's still at school, and that just feels crazy.
Because those 6 weeks when you're in like secondary school or primary school, they feel like the longest part of the year.
Like forever. They feel like this whole huge thing that you're looking forward to for the whole year, and then you I look at it now. 6 weeks ain't long.
It really obviously the older you get, the quicker time passes. But it's just like I remember that felt like it made the whole year worth it. Don't worry. I mean, it's just an ambulance.
Screw them.
Exactly.
They're doing their thing, but screw them. What? No.
Hopefully, whoever's involved is not in too much danger.
I hope they're all right, but they can also turn it off now.
Exactly.
Hey, here's.
What's cool? How do you feel about just rolling out of frame right now?
What an ending it.
Yeah, I'm just going right. You go left.
All right.
Thanks for appearing, Harvey. I'll see you soon.
It's been a pleasure, mate. See you in a
My
bit.
zen getting rolled at some little brother or margin hot stop and duck knock and rust stopping for cigarettes. In it says smoke, out it says no. Cloud of the road that I play, so I know by their intimate business and building to settle the bitches at home on a togue. But I want a loan or a job or something to hold. It isn't the sheets that I folded this morning while sleep in the cold. I might turn up this girth, turn up my words, turn up at hustlers as grumpy as birth. Billy the kid, I'm a cuss on the earth. I will be gold with horns in the fur.